This is The Whole Roll, episode 9. Today we are shooting a roll of expired Kodak black and white 400CN. Never seen this film, it's probably about 15 years old, and I really don't know how I shot this. I'm pretty sure I shot it at 200, following the rule for black and white film of every 20 years, shooting it a stop back. One of my favorites from the roll. A lot of these photos came out underexposed, makes me think I probably should have shot it another stop down. Also, some shots coming out properly exposed and some shots not make me think it might just be expired film being expired film. We'll never know. Another one I kind of like, something just draws you to that exit only sign. A super underexposed frame, the mystery if it's the camera or the film. It's the chicken and the egg all over again. The more I look at this roll, the more I think maybe nothing went wrong. Maybe the film's good and the camera's good. No. Never mind. This one's definitely exposed to the brightness of the sky in the background. It's cool silhouettes, but it makes me think this slide film I just shot was an expensive choice for the Canon MC. This next one coming in pretty underexposed. Maybe that $50 Shop Goodwill purchase wasn't as smart as you thought it was. Super underexposed, but I like the textures. The next series of frames are pretty underexposed. Definitely a vibe to the super dark blacks and the crunchiness of the film. Super hyped on this one, just some fools hanging out by the dumpster on their lunch break. Another very underexposed frame after what looked like a pretty good exposed frame. Comment if you think it's the camera, comment if you think it's the film. Definitely a mood to this one. This series of pictures makes me think it's definitely the film. I know I'm a broken record, but having no information between the white and the blacks is just strange to me. Gotta be the film, right? Not sure what happened here, either a double exposure or I cut the negative wrong. Probably cut the negative wrong. Another series of very underexposed pictures. This is gonna get pretty repetitive, but if I gotta look at them, so do you. Didn't expect this one to turn out because I was taking it as I was driving, but this next one was a perfect shot of the Thunderbird Hotel in a Savannah trolley, and it was so underexposed. There is some light at the end of the tunnel. This roll just happens to have frames like this where the mood fits it and it works perfect. Back to a decent exposure, can't tell you why. Then back to an underexposed frame, can't tell you why. I did shoot a roll through this camera before and I did get a couple frames where the brightest part of the picture was where it was exposed to, but nothing like these. These are more like an all-encompassing darkness that shadows your soul and weakens your spirit. Photography, like life, is sort of like sifting for gold, though using expired film is probably more like using faulty equipment to sift, though the metaphor still rings true. Keep digging. You're probably 5 feet from gold. Though very underexposed, these next two frames fit the look of this film, and I like them. Back to my love for windows. Might not get printed, but it will get painted. This is when you strike gold. Shot of a couple sitting by the bridge. Then probably one of my favorite photos I've ever shot. I love this picture. And in the great words of Dale Earnhardt, end strong. Keep digging, y'all. This is The Whole Roll, episode 9.